Hey, 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 y'all. What's up? What's up? Welcome to our new season, season 19. I hope you all are doing well. How are you guys enjoying your summer so far? You know what? I'm fortunately blessed. I would say that it has not, right now, has not gotten really humid. I mean, we had a couple of days that was kind of hot. But so far, so good. It is comfortable summer. Let me know how you guys are enjoying your summer so far. Is it too hot already? And it's not even mid-July. Okay, it is not even August yet. You know how it is in that latter part of the summer. It gets really, really hot. So, but yeah, let me know, guys. So yeah, we are starting a brand new season, season 19, and so duper, super duper excited about that. I could tell you, Lord Jesus, when God gave me this vision to do this sister thing, it started on my other group page, and I didn't even see this far. I only saw it pass through the window pane. That's it, for real, for real. I didn't even look beyond and realized how far this thing has gone. But thankfully, God saw it better than I did, right? So yeah, we are just truly excited to start a new season, and had our ups and our downs, as it always do with when you're doing projects and stuff like that. But it's all about consistency and longevity. It's all about the love that you have for your viewers, for your peers, and so forth and so on. And this is something different. This whole ministry, for me, it's a ministry. And I think Leticia will say the same thing. It's something different. It really, really is, right? Leticia, she should be coming in very shortly. But other than that, yeah, we are so excited to start off this brand new year, this brand new season. I'm sorry, with this show, and we have been coming on our sister to sister um, show, not show, platform. And we have done like a couple of pop-ups, as we call it, pop up on our page. And so giving people just a little snippet as to what we are doing, and we've given out little hints and stuff like that. So as you can see on the corner, on the top corner, right there, you have a QR code. Ooh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. Well, anyway, as you can see right there, we have started an ebook. Yes, get excited about that, right? And we are just so dope about it. We can't wait to really get this thing going for you guys. So we do have this QR code for you guys to go ahead and use your phone and do what you need to do there and go from there. And I know Leticia, when she gets on here, she's going to give you more information on about that. But yeah, we have officially started this, and we so dope about that. And it's very meaty. I will tell you, y'all, it's very meaty, very easy to read, of course, nothing vague to that standard, but it's just something to really encourage and to really give you a train of thought, have you to start thinking about yourself, about your situation, about your life, about your future, making some changes, making some decisions about yourself, about your life, about your business as well. All of those things, anything that is evolve around you, that has your name, your brand, you know, you definitely want to look at those things, right? And even you as a person, as a woman, we as women, we are dealing with so much. We have gone through a lot. There's some of you that's probably living your life like it's golden, right? You have been through the fire and you are out of it for a while, right? And you are truly enjoying life, and as you should. So, but there's other sisters out there that are still, in the wilderness, if you will, dealing with some things and trying to decipher, what to do, how to do it, how to let go, when to walk away, when to run away, when to stay, or whatever. In this ebook, I truly believe it's going to be a blessing to you. to help you make those changes, or to direct you or redirect you to make those final decisions for your life, for your career, for your relationships, as well, your faith, definitely your faith, um, and so many other avenues as well. So yeah, we are super duper excited. There's your girl. There's Leticia.
Hi.
Hey, sis, looking all cute and pearly.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Yes, I'm so sorry, guys.
That's okay. No, no, no. I was just talking about the QR code and just giving a little,
Yes.
just a little emphasis about the ebook and everything, and just letting them
Mm-hmm.
know what it entails. And I told them that you will give them more depth into it, of course, as far as the QR code and everything like that. But I
Yep.
was just sharing that with that ebook is very meaty, and it's very weighted, full of information, and you know um, how it could be really helpful for a lot of women, no
Yep.
matter where you are in life, right? To redirect your
Mhm.
path, to get you prepared, to get you, situated, and help you make some decisions, some deep,
Mhm.
hardcore decisions. This book is I truly believe, and Letitia and I have been talking about it behind the scenes, about how to really elevate what we have poured in for
Yep.
so long into this book, that could truly make a huge impact to so many, not just to our current viewers that we really truly appreciate, but even to those new viewers that's going to be blessed by this. Because I know that you guys who have been supporting us definitely is going to pass the word or share it definitely to your peers or to your sister friends or what have you, because if it's been a blessing to you, I know you're definitely going to share that to your sister friends and say, girl, I know an ebook.
Yep.
It is a
Absolutely.
truly a blessed book. So Letitia, you can go ahead and talk a little bit more about it if you want to before we get started.
Well, absolutely. And let me know if I'm cutting off at any point. My
Okay.
Wi-Fi has been acting up
Mm-hmm.
all day today. Do y'all hear echo at all? My mic
No.
is good.
Yep, you're fine.
No, okay, perfect, perfect. So, Twonta and I were very intentional about this ebook. Okay, so the ebook is called "She Still Stands." Okay, it's an ebook.
Ooh.
Like Twonta said, it is definitely a very, very meaty book. And what we mean by meaty, right? We don't mean like this is a 3,000 page book. What we mean by meaty is that every single page, every single chapter in this book is going to get you through anything in life.
Yeah.
Okay, anything in life, anything in life, guys. If you really just download the book, read the book, and take action on all the reflections that we have at the end of each chapter. This is
Yeah.
not a motivational based type books, because we all know that motivations die out. So you get those affirmation book, you get those motivational books, and they're great in the moment. But this is actually teaching you the real life skills of what you need to do and how to weather any storm. You're still standing through the storm. There's so many books out there that explains what to do after the storm, what to do before the storm of life. And the storm could mean anything. It could be you ending a relationship. It could be you going from being a corporate worker to now a full-time entrepreneur. It could be just you going through different changes of life in your personal life. It could be you trying to focus on standing up for yourself, setting boundaries. I mean, there's so many touch points to this ebook that is going to definitely help you to weather your life while you're still going through a current storm, while you're still standing, right? And even for those of you who are watching this video and you're like, listen, I'm not really going through anything right now. Life is perfect. Everything is all good. My dad used to say something. He said, either you're going into a storm or you're coming out of one.
Mm, it's true.
Right? Either you're about to go into one or you about to come out of one. Either way, you need something type, a resource type of content that's going to definitely help you do your trials and tribulations of life, right? This is also going to be able to help you if you have anybody close to you that's going to the storm through a storm. You're going to know what to say that's actually going to help them to take action. So many times we'll sit and be on the phone with people and be on the phone for 2, 3, 4 hours, and we're just that listening that listening, type of thing where we're just listening. But this book is actually going to really help you to anytime somebody comes to you with a problem or a situation, you can help them, or you can give them the link so they can go ahead and purchase the book themselves. But this is definitely an amazing resource. Like I said earlier, Twonta and I put a lot of intention into it, a lot of thought into it. And this is the first time that we've ever actually launched a joint book together, and really felt that our sister to sister connection community, which is you guys really need this resource. So you can download the book. You could purchase and download the book by using the QR code right above me, or Teresa's put the link in the chat. Y'all can grab the book from there as well. So definitely make sure you go ahead and grab it. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing resource. Okay, that's what I was working on before I hopped on the show. I wanted to make sure that those of you who are interested, you can go ahead and grab it. And this is definitely a great, great start, you guys. Now that we're in the mid-year, we're all in the mid-year right now. And if you really want to dominate your year, right, and let your year be so peaceful, right? I was actually, what happened? Yes, it's up there. We are always like, the book is our life stories.
Yeah.
These are things that Twonta and I have gone through. Okay, these are things that Twonta and I have been talking to you guys about on the show. Just me talking about the book just gives me chills, because I know for a fact it's definitely what all of you amazing ladies need. So definitely grab it, y'all. Definitely grab it. Okay. So when you grab the book, right, when you purchase the ebook, you're going to get everyone who purchased the ebook gets a special invite. What we're going to do before was, so in October, we're going to be doing a special meet and greet masterclass. Okay. We're going to be going to some real deep work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everyone who purchases the ebook, you're going to be invited to that meet and greet masterclass. So you don't have to pay extra for the masterclass. When you purchase the book, you secured your ticket for it. And we'll give out the dates and everything like that, and in the replays and all the things. So I think that's an amazing addition, because how many of you guys have gone to Amazon, right? And there is millions of amazing books on Amazon. I have purchased books. I know you have purchased books on Amazon, Therese. We all purchase books on Amazon, whether it's through Kindle or Audible or physical book, right? How many of you had the actual author of that book reach out to you and say, "Hey, I noticed you purchased my book on Amazon or through my website. I just want to have a special meet and greet masterclass with you. I want to make sure that everything in the book you're actually using and implementing. And if you have any questions, you can hop on and ask questions." Nobody does that, right? Nobody does that. So not only are you paying more for books nowadays, physical books can run up to $30, $35,
Enough.
Not only are you actually getting an amazing ebook, right? You're going to get a private invite to our meet and greet masterclass that we're going to be doing this upcoming October. So, guys, that's just an awesome bonus, because we really want to further connect with each and every one of you. So, again, grab your copy of the book, y'all. Grab it. You can do it by the QR code on our screen, or Therese just put the link in the chat. Those of you who are watching the replay, just go into the comments, click the link, or we'll put it in the description section.
I like it.
Yes, I'm really excited. I really am. It's an amazing book, y'all. Like, for real. The reflections at the end of each chapter are really going to get you thinking and moving. It's going to shift some things in your mind. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. We want to make sure that you guys get used to journaling the right way. You guys get used to looking at different perspectives in life the correct way. So it's a really, 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 really good book. So go ahead and grab it. The link is there. Yeah. Can't wait for you guys to grab it.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to give my girl her flowers to Zai Honey.
I was working up to the time, because it's crazy, because it's crazy. The devil is always busy. I always say, it's like whenever anything I've ever launched, is the day of was always like cramming certain like you go into your system and all of a sudden the system is going slow or something's going on. You know what I'm saying? The kids are acting up. Something's going on. So
all the
this is
time.
why I know we're going to get a lot of, people purchasing this ebook. This is
Oh,
how I
for
know
sure.
what I know, what I know. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying because this girl is talented in the graphics. Okay. I'm like, I
Yes.
ain't got not near pinky right to do graphic design. Okay. You see my pinky? Okay, it lets you know.
Yes,
I
that
ain't got
part.
that kind of juice. I ain't got that kind of that is so not my forte. It really isn't.
Right.
I won't say I won't be able to to learn it because it is the thing now, the graphics
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, the AI situation, all that stuff is happening
Mm-hmm.
now. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely, I would like to get to know the basics of it, but that is her niche. That is her vibe.
Thank
That's her
you.
thing. And
I
Therese,
appreciate
and
that.
Therese is a blessing too, because that girl be working behind the scene. Don't
Oh
get it
yes,
twisted.
man. Listen,
Don't get
if
it
it wasn't
twisted.
for Therese, we wouldn't even be on today.
Girl. Yeah.
Yes, we would
I
not be
mean,
on
she
today. Shout
just
out to
go ahead
Therese.
and make things happen for us,
Yes,
and so honestly, Leticia, you are just a blessing because
yes.
when we started a few minutes ago, I was just sharing that God gave me this vision of sister to
Mhm.
sister, like God knows, like
Yeah,
18
start. Yep.
years ago, and it
Yes, he
started on
did.
my other group page, my
Mhm.
resilience group page, and it was just me talking, and then I had invited someone, and then that person eventually came to my church that some years ago, and she was a
Mhm.
blessing. She enjoyed herself, and then the next thing you know, it led to Leticia. Leticia came on, and it
Yeah,
just led from one thing after the next. And like I was
yeah.
telling them, I said I couldn't see far past the window pane. I didn't know how this business was, how the sister was going to get all the way out to here to
Yes.
19 seasons. So, I'm like, God sees something better than I do,
God is doing
and
something.
so, and that's the thing about relationships and partnerships. And I know everybody has their moments with relationships and partnerships and stuff,
Mhm.
but ladies, we got to be open
Mm.
to the minds of other greatness that comes
Yeah.
in because
You got to
you
come
have
together.
you got to come together, yes,
Yeah.
because you have God gave you the seed, He gave you the vision, and if you go ahead by faith and initiate that, make that thing happen, God will
Mm-hmm.
supply the resources of those
Yes.
individuals to do the graphics, the design, the all the technical stuff that you may not have, the strength in, right? You may
Mm-hmm.
not have the
Mm-hmm.
strength in. So, truly be open to that. Be open to that because you don't know how God's working things out for your good in the near
Amen.
future. You
Amen.
like I said, I couldn't see past the window pane of how this thing was going to go. I just went
So,
along with it, and look where we at right now.
amen.
Okay.
Amen.
And that was like 2017, 2016, or something like
Yeah.
that. It
Yeah.
started. So that's a decade. Whoop,
Yes,
that's a
yeah,
decade.
we've been around for a decade. I don't think people know and understand.
Wow.
It takes a lot to do a show like this. And I'm not just talking about the preparation. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the emotional side that we are pouring into each and every one of you. Like it's a
Yeah.
serious thing. There were some episodes where we talked about some hard hitting topics and I got a phone call or a side eye or something because just like we have our supporters to watch the show, we also have some of our haters and naysayers that watch the show. And in some of the topics we talk about that are our personal experiences, and we're speaking from that perspective. Some of the topics we talk about, it ruffles some feathers. You know what I'm saying? I remember one particular day later, we are talking about a particular topic, and man, listen, hater and naysayer, man, they were trying to give me hell.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
were trying to give me hell, and that made me know that this is the show. This show is doing something big. This
Mm-hmm.
show is doing something major. So I want to let you guys know, don't let nobody silence you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have your own experiences. You have your own perspective to certain situations. Do not let nobody stop you from you sharing your story or sharing what we call your testimony in life,
Yeah.
because that's going to help someone. Yes, us sharing our testimony with certain topics, it comes up with a little bit of fear, a little bit of vulnerability, and what have you. But we got to put it out there.
Yeah.
We really, really got to put it out there. So for you guys, for us to come and show up for you guys, and we're putting our own discomfort on the line, I think that's major. That's major.
Absolutely. It sure is major. And we're gonna get into our topic tonight because
Yeah.
what I'm talking about now is pretty much what's going to be in our topic as well. But I
Mhm.
definitely want you ladies just to look at us as an example of the longevity, the consistency. And
Mhm.
yes, even through that journey, there was still some separation. There was still
Mhm.
some
Yeah.
moments where we all had to like take a
Take a
moment,
take a moment. Yeah. Yeah.
personal life, due to
Mhm.
personal issues, due
Mhm.
into a major transition.
Mhm.
It happens, but you come back and start all over again, technically, start a whole new vision, a whole new vibe, and all of those things, and then you
Mhm.
just see how things fall into play.
Amen.
So, this is the time, ladies, right now, especially in our Summer Breeze series, where you really
Mhm.
need to take that moment to start reflecting on what is coming.
What
What
is
is
coming?
God's already had? He already has planned out your future for you, but
Mhm.
you got to be in alignment with Him and not
Mhm.
get so distracted over the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or the fails of
Mhm.
different moments that you had. That's
Mhm.
expired now.
Yeah.
Learn from the mistakes, learn from the failures,
Mhm.
and just start, planning ahead, using those tools, that you have. So let's
Mhm.
get started with our topic, y'all. Again,
Yes.
we're using Summer Breeze as the topic, if you will, for the remaining of the summer. But we also have, like the subtopic, if you will. So our topic for tonight is how to stay cool in
Mhm.
heated challenges. And
Mhm.
so, ladies, you see our background, our backdrop right here.
I feel so relaxed with the backdrop.
Girl, I will say,
Yes,
I got
we're in
my
the moment.
I got the fan, so I'm feeling the ocean breeze.
Yes, yes. I have my fan on too. I hope y'all don't hear it.
I hope you don't hear this because they gonna
Yeah, I
know,
don't hear yours. Y'all let us know in
right?
the chat if y'all hear our fans in the background.
Yeah, but I want y'all to see the background if you can. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just see the palm leaves, the beautiful sky, the
Mm-hmm.
beautiful blue aqua color ocean, and that beautiful white sand. This is something, ladies, that I want you all just to visualize
Mm-hmm.
yourselves being right now.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you may get this opportunity this summer. Maybe that's on your to-do list this summer,
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah.
go on a cruise, to go on a beautiful vacation. Probably some of you heading to Honolulu, Hawaii. I don't know, but you better enjoy
Mm-hmm.
yourself, girl. Right? I actually saw Simone Bio video on Instagram early this morning, and I don't even know it was yesterday or whatever, but she and her husband was heading to Belize, as I always mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And you
Her
were
mom,
just talking
her
about that.
adopted yeah, her adopted parents are originally from Belize. So
Wow.
they've been going there. She said they got dual citizenship.
Citizenship. Yep.
Yeah. So, she knows that island. She says she's been going there since she was a little girl.
Oh,
So,
girl. Yeah.
just to go to a place that has so much history and so
Mm-hmm.
much,
Culture.
the culture and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, it's just amazing. And just a place to relax. It's a place to
Right.
call home, so to speak. So
Right.
wherever you ladies are, we want you to actually just to sit and just let that ocean, or let the breeze, or let the sand really just calm you down, calm
Mm-hmm.
your way of thinking. This is the time for you to really release all the toxic stuff, whatever
Mm-hmm.
is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whatever that toxic stuff is, that's the time to really start releasing it out of you, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to get started with our topic with our first point. Tish, did you want to add to that before we start in the
I
first
really want you guys, especially for tonight, all of our other shows, just be in a relaxed state of mind. I
Yeah.
find that sometimes when we're listening to content that is meant to help us with our mindset and self development, sometimes we think about everything we need to get done and everything we didn't get done today and all the things. And we really want you guys to just be in such a relaxed state. We put the theme all through this season.
Yeah.
The theme is summer breeze. We want you just imagine you just sitting on a beach and looking out at the ocean and just
Hmm.
enjoying this content. Yep.
Yeah, for real. So let's go ahead and
Mhm.
get started with our first point, ladies.
Let's get into it.
Yes. All right, our first point for tonight is to stay rooted.
Mm-hmm.
Stay rooted. And you need to build your foundation with stability and with confidence. So here's the thing, ladies. You cannot thrive, right? You cannot thrive in the future if you if you are constantly shaken by every challenge that comes your,
Mm-hmm.
how many of us have been dealing with some challenges that really kind of have us unstable
Mm-hmm.
to the point it got so bad it uprooted us out of our position.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, think about that, because there's a lot of us out here right now. We are very unstable because we're not rooted into where we were supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you need to, get back into that position. So you got to learn how to be stable,
Yep.
right? Being stable, it provides, you the foundation that
Mm-hmm.
will keep you grounded, right? When circumstances become uncertain, right? And
Yes.
all deal with that every day almost. It could be
Mm-hmm.
small, it could be a mediocre, it could be a medium-sized circumstance, it could be huge. It regardless, we deal with it pretty much every day.
Every day.
And stable comes from what? It comes from consistent habits. We got to learn
Mm-hmm.
how to practice. It's like exercise. How many of you
Mm-hmm.
have gone to the gym? You make that commitment to go to the gym and
Yep.
work out on those free weights, or work it out on those machines. And
Mm-hmm.
gotta, in order for you to start seeing the outcome, you gotta be consistent, right? You
That's
gotta be
right. That's
consistent
right.
with exercise regimens. You got to start building habits and all of those things. And you got to
Mm-hmm.
have wise decisions. You got to make wise decisions in terms of,
Mm-hmm.
being stable. You got to make some decisions, not those kind of decisions that you so overheated and so upset that you
Yep.
abruptly just make a move and you regret it later on.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that's where you've been because you've been uprooted and this got you all discombobulated now, and you just had enough, and now you just want to go off and do
Yep.
whatever you need to do just to be done with it,
Yep.
you
Yep.
need to slow yourself down, sister. Slow
Mm-hmm.
yourself down,
Slow
okay?
down. Slow
Okay?
down.
And the word is wise. You got to make wise
Wise
decisions,
decisions.
not
Yep.
foolish decisions. Trust me, we
Mm-hmm.
both been there. We all been there.
Yep. Yep. We all been there.
Right? And also to stay stable is you got to have spiritual discipline. This is the time too, ladies, that you really got to reconnect with your heavenly Father. You got to
Mm-hmm.
reconnect with Him and really take that time out to, listen to His voice. That's the whole point too. Going when you go on these, secluded areas or to the beach or someplace or a private location. It's all about solitude.
Mm-hmm.
It's about solitude.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to have all that noise. Even though you may go on a cruise and you are around the people, but you do have your balcony. If some of you like to have a balcony, I know some people might be
Mm-hmm.
sick, so that may not be your thing, and that's understandable. But you may have your quiet time somewhere on that ship.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of areas on that ship that you can have your solitude moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They have libraries on the ship. You can go to the library and you could have your quiet time there. And another way to keep stable is have emotional maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional, ladies, we gotta get our emotions in check. We
We
really
gotta get it together.
us out here who are hotheads. There's some of us out
Mm-hmm.
here who are, we are professional cussers. Okay, you have
Mm-hmm.
PhD. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
PhD in it. Okay, and so
Right.
you don't even have to say the words. Your words in general could be lethal.
Yes,
You
it
know what I'm
can.
saying? Because hey, especially from that of the other side of them tracks. If you're from the hood life, it's a whole different mindset right there, right? But also, ladies, it's about your confidence. Your
Mm-hmm.
confidence allows you to move forward, right? Even when you don't have all the answers. And
Yeah.
ladies, guess what? You're not going to have all of the answers. There's just
Right.
some things that you just going to have to let go and not
Mm-hmm.
even worry about it. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay to say, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That frees you. That relieves some tension and some stress off for you. You don't
That's right.
have to have the answers to everything,
Nope.
because some things are just not meant to be answered. It's just not,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when your confidence starts to become more stronger, right? We call it true confidence. True confidence, y'all, is not about arrogance. It's not about
Mm-mm.
arrogance at all, right? It's just
Nope.
trusting, that God is going to equip you, before, before He's going to equip you for your assignment. Sorry, He's going
Mm-hmm.
to equip you for your assignment right before you. Okay, so let me also, and I'm saying I'm going to do something new this time for this season, because I'm me being a minister and everything. It's just so important, ladies, that we start start fresh and start new, if that makes sense. I'm going to give you some scriptures, ladies, and I want you really sincerely to just take this opportunity to write down these scriptures. And when you have your quiet time or your moment, whatever day of the time that you have your devotional, read some of these scriptures and let it be a blessing to you. And I'm going to give it to you very quickly. You got Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Therese, if you can, I'm going to repeat it a couple of times. If you can put that in the comments for these ladies and even those who watch the replay. So you have Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Then the next one is Psalm chapter 62, verse 6. Psalm chapter 62, verse 6. The third one is Philippians chapter 1, chapter 1, verse 6. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. And then 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. All right, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. All right, so those are the 4 scriptures right there. And I'm going to give you some more scriptures later on based on the next 2 points that we have. But let me ask you a couple of questions today. And these are just questions for thoughts. You don't have to answer them right away, but you're welcome to answer in the comment section. In the comment section. Sorry. The first question is, what daily habits are helping you to grow? What daily habits are helping you to grow now? Have you been doing that since the beginning of the year? If you not have started a new habit, this is a good time for you to start writing that down now.
That's right.
What are the fears that has prevented you from moving forward? What fears have prevented you from moving forward? Just be real with yourself. This is that quiet time that you can really be real and raw, and and share this with God. Let him know, Lord, I have this fear for real. I'm really scared about starting over because I've been so burned so many times by people. They say they cared, la 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 la. Let him know, right? And the third question is, why am I trusting God's plan more than my circumstances?
That's right.
Am I trusting God's plan more than my circumstances?
Yeah.
This is that real, y'all, because I think sometimes, we do it both. There's sometimes we do trust God's plan because that situation is not as heavy, right? It's kind of easy. And so, we go ahead and trust him and rest. But when that circumstances really get difficult and really challenging, then we start to focus more on our circumstances and our emotions and all of those things, right?
That's right.
So, ladies, definitely, you got to understand when stability becomes your foundation and your confidence becomes your mindset. Okay, challenges lose their power to derail your progress. Challenges lose their power to derail your progress.
That's true.
Okay, so make sure you establish a morning routine of prayer, reflection, and planning. Okay, start this now, ladies. Start this because this is what summer is all about. It's all about a reset. It's all about renewal. Okay, you got to take this seriously. For most of you, I know some of you want to start fresh. Okay, set clear personal and professional goals, and start small with that. It doesn't have to be huge. So you can start up with the small goals and then build up to your large goals. Speak positive affirmations.
Yes.
Okay. Speak positive affirmations, and especially those affirmations that are rooted in scripture. All right. And then, of course, make decisions from faith rather than fear. Okay. Make decisions from faith rather than fear. Okay. Go ahead, Tish.
Yeah. I mean, when I think of the word stability, the stability starts with ourselves.
Yep.
We got to make sure that we are mentally stable, that we are spiritually stable, and that we are physically stable. This morning I was journaling, and one of the things that I was prompted to do is the prompt said, what are the top things you want to do that you need done in the next 30 days? Sometimes thinking about that, we go straight into, well, I want to make this much money. I want to do this type of business. I want to make sure the kids are this, and this is and the church is that, or this is that. And we go everywhere, but none of the things we write down have anything to do with us. You know, we
Mm.
need to write down, okay, if you don't have a policy, make sure you get yourself an insurance policy. If you don't have, you haven't gone to the dentist in a while, go ahead and set up your dentist appointment. You haven't gone to the OBGYN, you haven't done your annual yet, it's in the middle of the year, make an appointment. You want to
Yeah.
lose weight, make a plan to lose the weight. So when stability comes from us making sure we're building up stability with our mind, our emotions, our
Yeah.
physical, to so that way we're not getting those crises coming up later because we didn't focus on handling ourselves, we focus on work handling everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
stable does not mean overwhelm yourself. I remember
Right.
my daughter, it's the end of her high school her school year. She's sophomore in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and she's putting all these different classes on her schedule for next year. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling her to slow down. Her guidance counselor is telling her to slow down, and we're like, listen, focus on one or two things. You don't got to do piano and then this and then that and this. Focus on one or two things. Don't overwhelm yourself because that messes up with your foundation. That messes up with your stability.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, those of y'all who are watching, you got to realize when you're putting too much on yourself and
Mm-hmm.
when you're not putting too much on yourself.
Yeah.
I've always known myself to be a very anxious type of person. I've always been that way all my life. One of
Mm-hmm.
the things that I've learned, particularly through therapy, is to breathe. And we have that chapter in our book, y'all, is to breathe, to take a moment to really breathe in, hold that breath, and then breathe out slowly. To do things that really gets us relaxed. Like you don't always have to go through every single day with like so much anxiousness and so much expectation. Just relax.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop operating this year in so much emotion. And if
Yeah.
things you can't change, you gotta accept that. You have to have the confidence to accept that. I
Yep.
was having an interesting conversation too, a sidebar with one of my clients, and she was like, yeah, I want to make more money, I want to do this, I want to do that. But she's already making, she's already getting results in her business, right? So she went in to say, yeah, I'm getting this result, but
Mm-hmm.
like you if you're going to be thankful for something, be full on thankful for it. It's
Yeah.
no but. You're thankful for what you got,
Yeah.
right? You're sitting there, you say, I thank you for this, I'm thank you for let's figure out how to pivot this. But sometimes we don't even look at our blessings. We
Mm-hmm.
always look more at what we don't have, or we want to make more and more and more and more and more because we just have our spirit went up in us of greed sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we got to check that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we got to check that. Even with myself, I got to check myself. I'm way further ahead mentally than I was 2, 3, 4 years ago. And
Mm.
so I started to talk about it more on my social media. I started to talk about it with more people more because sometimes we get so used to being around people that always nitpicking at everything.
Yeah.
I had to get around some friends out like that. Every little thing, nitpick this, nitpick that, nitpick this. You guys, y'all, if you're a type of person that goes at your own pace, you don't
Mm-hmm.
got to run at the same pace that everybody else runs at.
No, don't.
You got to be confident in your own pace. Because what
Mm-hmm.
I started to do, I started to really look at other people, what they're doing in their life, what major things they have going on in their life. And sometimes these people are pressuring you to do this and do that, but they don't even really got anything major going on in their life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So realize that your foundation is you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your foundation is always starts with you. Your mindset, your spirituality, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Your health and wellness. If all those three things fall out of whack, your day is not going to go well. You're going to feel like you're just running in circles every single month. And
Mm-hmm.
just start to really realize what do you want to just get out of the way or focus on for the next 30 days? What do you want to accomplish for the next 30 days? That has nothing to do with you being a mom
Right.
or a career woman or a entrepreneur or a woman, one of the ladies on the committee at a church. What do you want to get done that's going to help you be more stable?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's powerful. That is so powerful. Let's move to our second point, ladies.
Yes.
So our second point is to stay focused,
Yes.
pursue your success, ladies, and wealth with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
With
Mm-hmm.
purpose. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about that very
Let's
quickly.
talk about it.
So our success and wealth are tools. Okay.
Yes.
These are tools to create opportunities. They're
Mm-hmm.
not trophies.
Nope.
They're not trophies to collect. This is not bragging rights or anything. This is to create opportunities. Opportunities is where you move, you push forward, you pursue it, but it's open up other opportunities. It's open up
Mm-hmm.
other avenues, open
Mm-hmm.
up additional resources, all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to look at it from that perspective and not use it as a trophy that you have. When you get trophies, you put it on a mantle to show
Yep.
off, right?
Yep.
There's a lot of people who have done that,
Mm-hmm.
okay? But they're just as dumb as a doornail because they,
Mm-hmm.
they can't, because they just use it for clout.
Yeah.
They really didn't learn anything,
Yep.
okay? Just more for bragging rights or what have you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there are many women, many women, they delay their growth because they are waiting for perfect conditions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Many of you know some people like that.
They wait till it looks nice outside before they before they do anything. Anything.
Before they do anything,
Yeah.
girl, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But however, every successful journey though begins with the decision to start where
Yeah.
you are.
Where you are. Go
Start
from there.
where you are. And where you
Mm-hmm.
are right now, as I told you, Lord, ladies, imagine yourself at that beach, at that
Mm-hmm.
quiet place. That's where you can start right there. You got your book, you got your journal, whatever it
Spot
is,
on.
you go
Yep.
ahead and start right there. So
Mm-hmm.
success means becoming the woman of God created you to be in every
Mm-hmm.
area of your life.
Mm-hmm.
We all have our definition of success. But this here, particularly, it's about becoming the woman of God created you to be
Mm-hmm.
every area of your life.
Real life. Amen. That's true.
Every area. You being a woman first, wife. Some of you might be married, being a mom, being a businesswoman, entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Being a sibling, being a daughter to your parents. Being
Mm-hmm.
a co-worker, being there's so many different facets about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
God created you to be successful in those areas, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wealth is not merely money, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We
No, it's
gotta
not.
we gotta clarify. Wealth is just not about money. It includes
Mm-hmm.
knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
right? It includes
Yep.
knowledge. It
Yep. You
includes
know, some people got a wealth of knowledge. Yep.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, resources,
Mm-hmm.
opportunities, healthy relationships. And Tisha just talked about that. Healthy relationships,
Yep.
wise stewardship.
Mm-hmm.
Wise
Yeah.
stewardship. Okay.
That's right.
So let me give you some scriptures on that. Scripture references for you ladies. Write these things down. Write them down so you can study on your private time. So Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. Then we have Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 16:3. And then you have Joshua chapter 1, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 8. Then Proverbs again, chapter 21, verse 5. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. Okay. So here's another question I want to ask you, ladies, in regards to this point. What skills do you need to develop this season? What skills do you need to develop this season? This is a great time for you to really ponder on that. If you're not sure, God will definitely help you with that. Say, Lord, I just need you to really help me to decipher what skills have you poured into me that I overlooked, that I really did not, put more emphasis or time in. Did I lose Leticia? Did I lose my girl?
I'm right here. I turned my ring light on.
Oh, okay. I about to say, did I
Yeah.
lose her?
I'm right here. Yes,
Okay.
go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's the first question. What skills do you need to develop this season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next question is how are you managing the resources you
Yep.
currently have?
Mm-hmm.
Some of you have some great resources, but
Yep.
how are you managing them?
Yep. You got to manage them.
If they
Gotta
have
manage
not
them.
been, overwhelmingly, if I'm saying that right,
Mm-hmm.
successful, if it
Mm-hmm.
hasn't really promoted your career or promoted you or whatever, then maybe you need to make some alterations with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I know Tisha's going to probably talk about that a little bit more, especially on the business side,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So, and the third question is, what opportunities are you overlooking because of fear?
Yep.
What opportunities have you been overlooking
Because of
because
fear.
of fear?
That's right.
Write it
That's
down
right.
in your journals. Just
Mm-hmm.
keep it real, y'all. Write it down. It's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong to share that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, look, you ladies, success grows, right? When purpose meets action.
Action.
It
Very true.
grows from purpose. Your purpose. What is your purpose? God has that answer. He
Mm-hmm.
knows your purpose because he already put that in you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not
Amen.
sure, ask him. He'll be
Mm-hmm.
happy to show you and tell you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But success grows when your purpose meets action, and wealth grows when stewardship meets opportunity.
That's right.
Wealth grows when stewardship meets opportunity. So here's the thing,
Opportunity.
ladies, start investing in learning and professional development.
Mm-hmm.
Start invest in learning and professional development, and also create a budget and savings plan.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay,
That's very important.
right? Develop
Mm-hmm.
multiple streams of growth and opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And Leticia has talked about this numerous of times, but we're going to
Mm-hmm.
reiterate it again,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Develop multiple streams of growth and opportunity, and network intentionally with
Yep.
people
That's
who
right.
inspire and challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you have someone right now that you look up to because they've really inspired you and or they have challenged you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you have been dealing with some serious situations that pretty much put you in a very low mood or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, maybe that mom or that auntie or that cousin or someone very dear to you will have to be tough on you
Mm-hmm.
to let you know, girl, look, you better than this,
Yep. You
you
could
know,
do better. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
network intentionally with people who inspire and challenge you. Go ahead, Tisha.
That's right. And I want to just touch on the networking part.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself such a I know what I've done in the past is sometimes when we are around a certain group of people or a person,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we think, okay, this is it for me. I don't need to network or be in different rooms. I'm good. I'm comfortable with this one. And
Yeah.
you got to really look at, are you friends or partners with somebody because they make you feel comfortable?
Mm.
Right? Or are you friends with them because they challenge you? They challenge you to do more and be more. They hold you accountable. They don't let you sit on the phone and be their cold shoulder to cry on, all that. They want you to get up and just come on, let's get it, let's rise above this,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes we attach ourselves to it more like a clique because they make us feel, they don't challenge our thought process, they don't hold us accountable. It just is what it is. You got to really step outside that circle. I learned recently that me stepping outside like my immediate circle and really open myself up to be around more people, right,
Mm-hmm.
like-minded people, you realize you build some great connections. So that's what I want to say to that. Don't always stay so attached to a circle or a clique, especially if they are good with just making you feel, just
Yeah.
make you feel comfortable, complacent. They don't call you out on anything. It's like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
you do whatever you do, this and things like that. Another thing I want to add, I want to talk about that word success, right?
Yes.
A lot of us get confused about that word, and that's one of my favorite words in the dictionary. But success is a process, not a destination. I want y'all to
Mm-hmm.
write that down. Success is a process. It's not a destination. Success is what the things you do over and over and over again, the right things consistently, that yields results.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's definitely a process. So you got to look at it. What are you doing every day? What are you thinking about every day? What actions are you taking every day?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually writing something down this morning when I was doing my little journaling and reflecting. And in the life insurance world, with the group of people that I'm affiliated with in that world, they always say, don't panic, just pivot. Right. Sometimes you put in a policy, the carrier denies it for whatever reason. The client don't want to do blood work, they're afraid of needles. I mean, all these things that comes with it,
Right. Right. Right.
that
Right.
world that you want to pick. Same thing in the business world.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people panic. You see some people on social media and complaining and all this stuff, just riding off of emotion. So I
Mm-hmm.
wrote, I say, don't panic, just be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 P's I wrote down this morning. It's interesting. I said, the first P is productive,
Mm-hmm.
right? Productive comes in is more about, okay, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
right? That's you being productive. You need to be productive in your thinking. You need
Mm-hmm.
to be productive in analyzing certain things. Sometimes before, instead of getting into an argument with somebody, saying, "Okay, I agree, disagree." Like, I don't gotta fight and try to defend myself. This is how I feel, and
Yeah.
you can feel how you feel, and let's move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Instead of wanting to say, "I gotta defend that lie."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that person to know that they're wrong. No, let them think how they want to think. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, God will show them what needs to be shown, or use them for your elevation, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's the first one. The second P is proactive. What action are you taking? What are you doing every single day? Like we said, with success, what processes are you doing every day to get you to whatever destination you want to get to? And the third P is prepared. Just get
Prepare.
prepared. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to step into something major in the next week, and all I'm saying is, I'm not going to be panicking. I'm just going to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever outcome comes from it, it's all God. Whether it works in my favor or not,
Right.
it's still all God. Sometimes we have these negative situations that pop up, and we get like, "Oh my God, what if I don't win?" Or what if the person is not understanding what I'm really, really going through? What if they believe what this other person said? Whether they believe him or not, it's still God. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I'm at a place in my life where I'm really focusing on not worrying too much,
Yeah.
because worrying doesn't do anything. You just be prepared. You prepare yourself, and through your preparation, whatever outcome is there is there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And when we talk about wealth with purpose, have a purpose with your money, with your thinking. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when we're putting in wealth, it's like you're investing. If you ask yourself, what are you investing in every day? Are you investing in gossip? Are you investing in drama?
Come on now.
Right. What are you investing in every day? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like,
That's good.
that's important. So when we look at saying, like, what we're watching, what we're listening to, what we're talking about, what we're taking in, we just gotta be like, you know what? I'm not gonna be investing in that. I was just telling my son the other day, he was like, "Oh, this person did this, that." I said, you know what? Stop trying to figure out people. Some people are who they are. There's no change in them. It's just who they are. You just continue to be great in who you are.
Yeah.
you know you judge yourself. Even the Bible talks about that. We have to always judge ourselves first.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah.
And I know for most of us that is a huge challenge. We're so quick to judge others. Some people go to church and listen to a sermon just to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna tell my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna eat him up because what I heard." No, you judge yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to really judge yourself. And
That
we,
was for
we got,
you. That
that
was
was
for
that was
you.
for you, sweetie.
Forget
You
about
standing,
yourself. That was
shouting,
for you.
clapping, and you gotta look at, well, maybe he was talking to you,
Right.
maybe not the person that you're trying to target.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and stay focused, y'all. Please, please,
That
please stay
that is
focused.
true. Yes, you got to
There's so
stay
much
focused.
distractions out there. There's so much. I know
You.
I know, me being a mother of five,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm not even halfway into my to-do list today, but we really got to just stay focused despite it all,
Yeah.
and realize what is the goal. What
What
is the
is
goal?
the
What
goal?
what are we really fighting for? You
Yeah.
know, that's major.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's I'm glad you say that because, there's so much going on in society that it can easily distract people.
Easy.
Especially, being on social media or watching different, so, the social media, IG, TikTok, whatever it
Mhm.
is, and we
Mhm.
get lost in that world because I
Mhm.
think for a lot of us, we just really don't want to deal with our world because it's
Mhm.
so weighty, it's so toxic, it's just so
Mhm.
tiring. And we
Right.
just want to, just like being on that imaginary beach. You just want to
Mhm.
be away from it all,
Mhm. Mhm.
just, not to deal with the noise and the irritation of the people in your life.
Mhm. Oh yes, I know that feeling.
Yes, Lord, I get it. But guess what? You're missing out. You're wasting time. You're wasting
Mhm.
that day,
Mhm.
and it's just so important that we need to really, rethink about,
Mhm.
our future. What do we want
Mhm.
to do productively? How can we
Mhm.
really walk on that road of success and
Mhm.
be wealthy in it?
Mhm.
And be
Mhm.
wealthy in that success. It's
Mhm.
not just about the Benjamins or the
Yeah.
coins or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. That's
Yeah.
one part of that pie.
Mm-hmm.
but there's about relationships. It's about wholeness with
Yeah.
yourself, wholeness with your relationship with God, wholeness with your relationship with your, with people. Even though that person may not apologize to you, but you apologize to them because you had your little 2 cents in that mess too,
Yep.
and you can only own what you have
You,
done.
yeah, you got to own your world, and you
Yeah,
got to forgive people. You
yeah,
know,
we do. And I know it's
any
hard. I
it's
know.
hard. It's hard. I tell you, it is hard, honey. I'd rather knock somebody aside the head, and
Woo!
I'm just being honest, to forgive them. Knock them out cold. You know what I'm saying? But
Woo!
what does that do? You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta forgive people. You gotta realize that we all have flaws. We all have our own challenges that we're working through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we all are not perfect. You know what I'm saying? We're all not perfect. Even though we are dealing with some, and I was just, like I said, I was just telling my son this today. You gotta forgive, because then you're really gonna be able to move on. If you don't forgive, if you're so angry at a person and you're not really focused on the overall goal,
Mm-hmm.
like if your goal in life is to be peaceful, is to be prosperous and all the things, but
Yeah.
you're angry, the minute a person comes in the room, your attitude shifts.
Yeah.
I really feel like some people just got demons attached to them. I do believe that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I have
Oh yeah.
one person particularly in my life. Whenever he comes in the room, I'm like, oh, and you gotta really just really pray and just be like, okay, let me just make sure I stay relaxed, I stay calm. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And know
Yeah.
that,
Me too. Me
just
too.
God is God. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what it is, y'all. Just keeping that focus and
Mm-hmm.
forgiving, for yourself, not for the
For
other person.
yourself.
You know.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Let's conclude with our last point, ladies.
Oh
Our
yeah,
last point for tonight. Got that, Therese, for us?
she's bringing it up.
There you go. Stay
Stay
refreshed.
refreshed.
Stay refreshed, ladies. Cultivate joy and sisterhood for the journey.
Yeah.
Stay
Hmm.
refreshed. It's nothing like having that fresh glass of
Hmm.
lemonade or
Yeah, go outside, get some fresh air. You
yes,
know, get
yes.
some fresh air. Look out
Stay
open the windows up in the house. Let the air come in.
It's all
Yes.
about replenishing your soul. You
Yes.
know?
Breathe.
Ooh, girl, ain't nothing like
Breathe.
it. Ain't nothing like it. For real, for real. That's the thing with me. I love going on a cruise. I love it. I love it. I
She's a
love it.
cruise queen, honey. She's gonna be a cruise coach. She's gonna be like, this is what you
Baby,
need to prepare yourself.
girl, when I really start making more money for myself, I'll be
Yeah.
going on cruises at least twice out a year.
We
That is
might
my
do a sister
goal.
to sister connection cruise. We don't
Come
know.
on, come on.
Yeah.
Get out into the atmosphere. I need
Yes.
some positive affirmations, right?
Yes.
But yes, stay refreshed. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: every day, make that your goal to stay refreshed every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You cultivate that joy and that sisterhood for the journey because in
Mm-hmm.
this journey, you are going to build relationships, right? In this journey, you are going to form relationships with some people,
Mm-hmm.
okay? No woman is meant to carry life's challenges alone.
Nope. You need help. You definitely need help. You
You
know,
are not built like that.
nope. And get from around people that don't align with you staying refreshed.
Amen.
Get from around people. I know we like to help people. I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna get her to
Yeah,
listen. You gotta just get out yourself out of that environment. Mm-hmm.
that's the truth. Yeah. No woman is meant to carry life's challenges alone. Look, you got enough going on your end.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world are you going to try to help somebody else's
Yeah.
challenges?
Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
please. You already making a grave too
Yeah.
soon for
Yeah.
yourself, right? Ladies, we got to learn to have joy.
Mm-hmm.
Joy is strength that remains even when circumstances are difficult. And
That's
and I
right.
know I can only speak for myself, but I know Leticia probably can agree too. When them circumstances get really, really heavy, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
don't see no joy nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You
Mm-hmm.
joyful about what?
Mm-hmm.
After what this Negro
Mm-hmm.
did, after what
Yep.
this, da, 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 da,
And
you
what they're still doing.
and they still okay. But you got to learn how to really discipline your emotions. And we just talked about that. Your joy is strength. God is the one that can fulfill you with his joy, that
Mm-hmm.
will help you remain stable when that circumstances are difficult, right? Happiness depends on conditions. Joy comes from within and is sustained by faith. And let me
Mm-hmm.
say it again.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness and joys are two different
Yes, they
definitions.
are. They are very different.
Happiness depends on conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Joy comes from within
Mm-hmm.
and is sustained by faith.
That's right.
Now, sisterhood provides encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
It provides accountability,
Mm-hmm.
wisdom, and support.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And healthy relationships helps us endure difficult seasons and celebrate victorious ones. And like Letitia and I, like I said, we have this been doing this for quite some time.
Yes.
It has really helped us personally and
Yeah.
professionally. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure our viewers have been truly blessed based
Amen.
on what we have provided. You
Yep.
know, what the show has provided
Yeah.
with encouragement, accountability, wisdom, stability, all those things that we
All
talk,
of it.
it has helped us. So
And
let me
ladies,
I'm sorry, did you want to say something?
it starts with ourselves, when it comes to staying refreshed and cultivating joy and sisterhood. You got
Yes.
to ask yourself, do you cultivate joy yourself? I'm
Yeah.
talking about, do you really exude that? When you
Mhm.
walk in the room, are people smiling? Are they excited to approach you? Things like that. Sometimes we don't act that way. We got to really check ourselves. Like I said before, we got to judge ourselves. Do we cultivate sisterhood? Do people feel safe with you?
Mhm.
Do they
Mhm.
feel safe being around you? Do they feel safe enough to tell you a secret, or tell you, or vent without worrying about hearing about it from somebody else? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, in
Right.
details, what y'all talked about, verbatim, names, all that stuff. Like,
Right.
it starts with us first. It
Mhm.
does.
It
Hmm.
sure does. Yes. It sure does. Let me give you these last four scriptures references, ladies,
Go
that you
ahead.
can definitely
Mhm.
check out on your private time. Nehemiah, the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, verse 10. Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 10. And then you have
Mhm.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 and 10.
Mhm.
Ecclesiastes verses of chapter 4, sorry, verse 9 and 10. And then the
Mhm.
book of Romans. Romans chapter 12, verse 15.
Mhm.
Romans 12, 15. And then
Mhm.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25. So ask yourself this, ladies, who encourages you to become your best self?
Mhm. Mhm.
Who does that? Who
Yep.
encourages you on a regular basis? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your sibling? Your pastor? Maybe the first lady of your church? Who has encouraged you to become
To
your
be your
best
better
self?
best self. Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
are you nurturing relationships that inspiring growth?
Mhm.
Are you nurturing relationships? Because here's the thing, the relationship that you're currently in right now, if it's not really helping you, developing you, if you have
Mhm.
not seen anything different since the past year with that relationship, maybe it's time for you to end it.
Mhm.
And it's not saying that you don't care for your friend or whoever it is. If they're not pouring into you to the point that you haven't moved from that spot for the whole year, you have not elevated, you have not really grown, then it's time for you to maybe start to separate yourself among those individuals that is not pouring life
That's
into
right.
you.
That's
Okay.
right.
And Letitia just said that not too long ago. So what
Yep.
activities restore your joy and peace?
Mhm.
Activities. I'm not talking about, just hobbies, but what activities really restore you? Restore
Mhm.
your joy, restores your peace. Is it
Yep.
having quiet time on your patio, having quiet
Mhm.
time, outside on, in your garden? Is it,
Yep.
jogging or walking at the park across the street from your house or whatever? What activities restores your soul? Okay,
Exactly. Yeah.
those are very important. These are things that
Mhm.
we got to really embrace, and this is the perfect time to do so. So joy renews your spirit, ladies. This is one thing about joy. It renews your spirit.
Amen.
And
Amen.
sisterhood strengthens your journey.
That's right.
That ebook that you're going to get, or if you have not already, for some of you who are watching this now, That ebook is all about strengthening your journey, because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take you on a journey where you are going to start building healthy, positive relationships with others.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And at the same time, it's going to give you that joy,
Yeah.
and it's going
It
to
starts
renew
with
your
you.
spirit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So connect regularly with positive and supportive women.
Mm-hmm.
Start doing that. Where
Mm-hmm.
you are right now, you taking a break. You know, you like I'm taking a break right now. I'm on my vacay in my mind.
Mentally.
Okay, take that
Mm-hmm.
time to really start connecting regularly with positive and supportive women. Listen, you may have those people, those sisters in your life right now, whether they're relative, friends, or not, or what have
Mm-hmm.
you. But if they are not pouring positive life, a positive vibe in you, again,
Mm-hmm.
separate yourself from them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, ladies. Let me say this too. It's okay to be by yourself. You don't
Mm-hmm.
always have to be around an entourage of people just to
Mm-hmm.
make yourself feel important or whatever. No, it's okay to be by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Start celebrating your progress instead of comparing yourselves to others.
That's right.
Okay? Start celebrating your progress instead of comparing yourself to others. Also, create space. Create space for rest, recreation, and gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you were grateful?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get so caught up with our circumstances, we do more complaining, but we do not take the time to be grateful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Be willing to both give and receive
Mm-hmm.
support.
Yeah.
We need that support, but it's also important to give out to someone else as well.
Yeah.
That sisterhood is what makes it happen.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have someone, especially when you go to church or something like that, and whether it's Bible study or there's an actual prayer meeting or whatever it may be, and somebody may want to share their testimony or what have you. You could give them that support, whether it's through a hug, whether it's through additional conversation or what
Mm-hmm.
have you. Give them that support, but they also giving it back to you too, because you are saying, I understand what you're going through because I'm going through it, or I've been there and I'm still healing from that, vice
Mm-hmm.
versa.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that sisterhood comes in, because it
Yeah.
strengthens you
Right.
and it builds your joy, it renews your spirit. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about. It's all about, again, it's all about being refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up every day, you need to start refreshing yourself, refreshing your soul. It's
Yeah.
so important, ladies. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Tisha.
it is. And, give yourself some grace, y'all. I know for me, for the past, I would say 2 years now, I've been going through a lot of emotional up and downs. I'm still
Sure.
showing up in my business for my kids and everything else.
Yeah.
But just on an emotional level, you know what I'm saying? And me being honest in the past 6 months with certain people to say, listen, I need time. Okay. I need a little bit of a break, and just being okay with people feeling a way about that.
Yeah.
And it's important because when you're in one other thing I want to say, y'all, it's
Mhm.
okay to start over.
It
I think
is.
a lot of
Woo.
times, especially as we get into our 40s, 50s, we feel like, all right, well, I'm just going to just take whatever I have and this is just what's in the cards for me. And
Mhm.
no, it's not. It's okay to start over. It's okay to say,
Okay.
you know what, this is my new life and I'm just going to be comfortable with it. I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to be the best I can possibly be. I'm be the best single mother. I'm going to be the best entrepreneur. I'm going to be the best
Yeah.
whatever it is, that you're doing right now to that's starting you over. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
when we are ending a chapter, sometimes it does come with some shame, personal shame. You feel like, man, I really wanted this to work out, or I really wanted to make this amazing, and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you got to realize that experience ending, that chapter ending, was possibly in the cards for you.
Yeah.
And maybe it took you a while to come to that point or accept it, but you just got to accept it because you don't know what it is out there on the other side.
Right.
We always think more about, I stopped thinking about what I've lost.
Yeah.
When I looked at what I lost, I'm like, why was I even tripping over that? It was nothing.
Yep.
Instead of what I'm going to be gaining with me just knowing my worth, with me having more joy, with me just really depending on me, It opens up the world for us, because
Yeah,
we do, as women, we do push ourselves aside.
you do.
We do push ourselves aside. We put ourselves at the bottom of the totem pole, and we
Hmm.
really got to stop doing that, and
Yeah,
step into
yeah,
our greatness. Yeah.
absolutely, for sure. Um, I was about to say, let me think about it. Hold on. It just came and went that quick. Good grief. Oh, gosh.
You said earlier that it's okay to be alone. It's interesting you say that. One of
Yeah.
my therapist was like, "Yeah, just set up a reservation for yourself." So I did that, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm
Mhm.
gonna take myself out to dinner." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to just be like, "All right,
Did you
this is."
have fun?
Oh, no, I'm gonna do it at the end of this month.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are.
it's an
Okay.
Italian restaurant I really like, but you got to do a reservation to get in. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, I forgot the
Yeah.
name of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make yourself all prettied up and everything,
Yeah.
honey. And just have yourself a ball.
Yep.
Have
Yep.
yourself a ball. Yeah, I say that to say because sometimes, being by yourself feels so uncomfortable for
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people.
It does.
Because, because they're used of having an entourage of folk
Mm-hmm.
around them. They
Mm-hmm.
don't like being alone.
Mm-hmm.
It feels uncomfortable for them,
Right.
and but when you start to really look at your life and start
Mm-hmm.
seeing things, you get better clarity of your
Mm-hmm.
situation. You come to realize, okay, these persons are not healthy for me,
Mm-mm.
but at
Mm-mm.
the same time, I don't really want to release them either because I'm going to be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies, you're going to have to decide to let go
Mm-hmm.
and not be afraid of the unknown. Like, I'm always going to be by myself. Well, you know what, maybe it's meant for you to be by yourself for this season. That
Even the
doesn't.
Bible says, don't show so much don't be respect to persons. And what that means is, don't get so close to somebody that you're not willing to let them go. If there's a misalignment, you saying, "Oh, I'm still going to stay attached because of this, or because of the number of years you've been in that." Or even people do this with their jobs too. Sometimes they stay
Hmm.
there even though their boss is driving them crazy.
Hmm.
You gotta don't have so much respect to persons that you're not willing to say, "You know what, I'll cut this up." you know.
Yeah, and we have to understand it's okay to. Here's the thing: Jesus, he was usually by himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he preferred it that way. And
Yeah.
then he wanted to be with his disciples because he
Yeah.
was teaching them, he was
Mm-hmm.
showing them, right?
It was a choice, not a
Right.
necessity.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
there were
some people
times
won't
too.
show up unless they with certain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
ain't coming unless this person come. Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to learn how to be comfortable with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And I think a
And
lot of
happy
times
with
we
you.
don't get comfortable with ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where you have to stand in and look in that mirror and see yourself. What
Mm-hmm.
is it about you that is intimidating you?
Mm-hmm.
What is
Mm-hmm.
what is scaring you about
Right.
you?
Right. Right.
Because when you
Right.
have all these voices around you, it drowns out what your inner self is saying about you.
And
There's some
what you need to
things
be
about
focusing
yourself that needs to be dealt with, and we
on.
don't want to deal with it. We don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's too painful for some. It opens up too many wounds. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe you need that wound to be,
Yeah,
be
maybe
open
too.
so it can be surgically healed,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually right.
Amen. You're
Because
right.
only God is the one that can heal those wounds. He's the one
Mm-hmm.
that can get down to the core.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets down to the core, it ain't gonna feel good.
Yeah.
But it is necessary because you can't continue to, expect great things to happen, but yet you still walking around with a bloody wound.
Yeah.
You gotta get healed from that. And so
Codependency is
that's
real.
why you need to be refreshed and be restored.
Mm-hmm.
And that means that you gotta walk by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta walk through
You
this
gotta say,
process.
I need a moment. I need a moment. I need time. Let me think. Sometimes you be in certain environments and you can't even think. You
Yeah,
can't even like, let me just, like, we get so insisting on responding right away, reacting right away, and
yeah,
replying back. Let it sit. Let it sit in your inbox for a little while. Let it sit in your email. You don't gotta just jump up right away. I
Yeah.
really started telling myself nothing is an emergency unless my kids are in danger.
Yeah. There you
Everything
go.
else, if it could wait till tomorrow, it could wait
Yep.
till next week.
Yep.
So we got to stop having that sense of you got to show up for everything. No, you got to say, you know what, I can't.
And don't let
No,
people do that to you either. You got people that probably got
exactly.
to
People
make
know
things
how to
into
work
an
it now.
emergency
Yeah, yeah,
and have
yeah,
you stressed out and everything, and
yeah.
you like, you
All over the
know,
place.
right?
All over the
And
place. I
no,
even
you don't
tell
need to
my
do that.
son, he used to do that a lot, and I used to just put my hand on his shoulder. I said, "Relax,
Yeah,
just,
that's it.
just, just," and I could just see. I said, I could just see his shoulders come down. Just relax.
Just
You're
chill.
okay.
Yeah,
Because that does come from growing up too. But we gotta, when that comes up, we gotta just say, let me just calm down and relax.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And give yourself some time to think, to
See,
process, to get your understanding. Forget about what everybody else trying to get you. What do you understand for the situation? You know,
exactly. Yeah, and that's why you
and
need
that
to.
will help you create better buying decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things you need want to buy, like you said earlier in the show, budgeting. You don't got to get that brand new car right now. Maybe when you
No,
got, or you maybe just need a tune up or a paint job, and that's maybe cost you a couple $100, and you wait. You say,
learn
okay,
how to downsize.
downsize.
That's
Yes,
what's hitting my spirit right now. For
yes,
somebody who's watching the replay, learn how to downsize. I know
yeah.
it's uncomfortable because you're so used to living in a large, expansive type of
And the brand
lifestyle,
names and all this other
all of
stuff.
that. But you know
Yeah,
what? If that thing is causing so much physical, pain, emotional pain, all of that, you need to let that stuff go.
you let it go. Now, I'm not shading, the basketball. I'm not a sports person, but y'all know the Knicks here in New York. I guess they won or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not into that sports stuff.
Mhm.
I'm not walking around with another man's name on my back. I'm
Right.
just not. They
Yeah.
ain't paying my bills. They ain't give me some money, and then
Yeah.
I wear your jersey. I saw this lady. She bragging about the other day. She had like a $600 outfit on, all the gear, the jersey, the shoes, like all the Knicks gear.
Wow.
But you walking though. Like, I'm not paying $600 to be wear no team gear. I'm gonna get me an Uber because it was hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me an Uber, be air conditioning, so I can get where I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend all that money and be walking.
Where was she walking to? The game?
They were just walking, like just because the Knicks you should see it out here. It's crazy.
Oh, I
Everybody's
saw the
hyped up.
videos, child. I saw the videos.
Everybody's hyped up. Everybody acting crazy. I don't know where she was walking to, but child, she was just bragging about. I'm like, girl, you walking though,
$600.
and you spending all that money, but you walking. Like, no, I'm not going to spend all my money in my bank account for. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we make these decisions off of just the moments. These are moments,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That in 3
Right.
4 years from now, you're not going to remember, right? But I'm
Yeah.
like, I just don't see the point. You just made a whole team more richer, $600 more richer. And you're bragging about the fact that, and you're walking. I don't know. That just makes me up. I just
Yeah.
can't do that. I
I
just can't do
understand what
it.
you're saying. Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you make these abrupt decisions, and I understand about supporting. Yeah, you support your team, you support that company, that business, and this, that, or whatever. But if they haven't really benefit helping you
It's
out,
not benefit you. Like I see schools doing. I'm like, are they giving money to your school? No. So why y'all having a day for them? I
Mhm.
see girls with Birkin bags on the train. I'm like, you can buy a car with that, Miss Thing.
But they on the train.
Birkins are like 15K, y'all. Y'all look it up. You can't even like go online and order it. You gotta get on a special wait list, and some people be on there for years. And I'm just like,
Wow.
because it's just like, yo, I'm not doing that. You understand?
Wow.
So we got to really set our priorities, ladies. Sometimes we just, I know all these things look nice. I'm not into them things, but to
Yeah.
each his own.
Yeah.
My jewelry, this is what $5, this is $5, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all the things.
Yeah.
But you just got to realize that your money is you use your money as a bridge,
Mhm.
And I really
start
feel
making
that
that money work for you. That's what I've been told recently.
exactly.
Make that money work for
Make
you.
it work for you. Make it
Yeah.
work for you. And that's how you have to utilize it as. I know the summer is here and we all want to look nice. We all want to dress nice, but Rainbow got some good prices. what is it? What y'all got? Y'all got Ross.
No, well, yeah, Ross is here, but I haven't seen it close in my neighborhood. No, but we got Ross. Got what's the other one? TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, yeah, TJ
Yeah.
Maxx got some good
Home
stuff.
Goods,
Yep,
Marshalls. Yep.
same materials, same materials. You
Absolutely,
know,
yeah. And you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, we people do things out of impulse. People do
mm-hmm,
things for, to get that likes and all those things,
mm-hmm.
what have you, and I get it. There's some people who are doing it for business reason because you partnering with like with Amazon or some other type of, platform.
Yeah,
And
like an affiliate. Yeah,
affiliates, right? So I get that part. I'm not talking about that. But there's some people who just, just blatantly just do things like that lady bought $600 worth of gear,
next year. Yeah,
next gear for whatever reason for a quote. Yeah, she loved the band. The band. She loves the team and all of
mm-hmm.
that. But okay, you only gonna wear that a few times and
A
then
few times.
and life gonna hit you and you gonna wish you had that $600.
I
Okay,
know, right? And then you want to be pawn it off. You're going to get less than that. But it
you
makes me realize, even for the people that I have situations with and stuff. It's like, okay, what is your purpose? Like,
yeah,
what are your goals? And we sit
yeah,
back and we look at all the superficial stuff, like. You see them
yeah,
wearing the name brands and this and that, and that's okay. But it's just like, all right, is Louis Vuitton going to help your kids through college? Are they
exactly.
going
You're right.
to, if you need
Yeah.
a bind, can you go to their house and say, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of yours. Can you help me out?" No,
Hmm.
not at all. Mm-mm.
And you're right because like I said, I was watching the videos. Therese, we can move over to our what's news now, babe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, I was watching the videos because it's posted everywhere now, as far as with the Knicks winning and all of that and
Right.
everything, and and especially up in Brooklyn, they have the
Yeah.
whole entire city blocked off, and
They don't have
the
a
neighborhood
parade.
blocked off, in other words. And then especially they saw the aftermath when everybody
Mm-hmm.
is finally done in the streets and everything look a hot mess. They would,
Hot mess.
they burned one of the buses and destroyed the police car and all this
What
other
is
stuff.
the point in that?
I mean, what does that got to
I
do?
just feel like people are just taking it too far. This is the only
It's
state
just
that
so
I've seen
crazy.
act a damn fool, act a
Just
freaking fool.
crazy. And it's so embarrassing. It's just
Yeah.
embarrassing for the state of New York,
Mm-hmm.
for the city of
And
New York.
our taxes have to pay for all that. Who the Knicks ain't paying for that to get fixed?
Girl, no, the Knicks care less. They got
They
their
ain't
win.
paying for that, and most of them don't even live in New York.
No,
So
they
what
don't.
the what you doing for that? The owner of the Knicks is a billionaire, by the way, especially now.
Yeah.
He ain't trying. Oh, we're gonna fix all. No,
They ain't
it
thinking
don't
about
make
that.
no sense. No
They ain't
sense.
thinking
It's
about that.
stupid. It's so
And I'm pretty
stupid.
sure they're going to have a parade,
Yeah,
because
they
it's
are, and I ain't going.
a parade,
Yeah.
but and again, even with that parade, they're not going to contribute $1 million or whatever to help, prepare the damages or what have you and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is all these people that came in all these different areas in New York, or even not even just in New York, but even other states as well, having these parties,
Yep.
like, what is the mindset of these persons? Y'all all
Yep.
screaming and excited, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like, okay, so now that it's over, what are your plans now for your future? Because
Because the
the Knicks
team's
are
gonna
not
move
going to
on.
leave it. The Knicks are not
I
going
don't get it. I'm sorry. Some people may be mad I'm saying this, but I feel like if you're a grown man,
yeah,
why you got another man's name on your back? What are you doing with your legacy? I just think that is so, and I don't care who I don't care who gets offended. I just think that's stupid.
yeah,
You wearing another team's hat. The owner of that team don't give a damn about your kids.
yeah,
Okay, nothing about where you living or what situation you living in, and you just
right,
walking around proudly.
yeah,
Oh yeah, like it's stupid.
yeah.
Or the
Teresa,
hockey shit.
our hockey team.
Listen, yeah, no damage.
And
Would that
that's
be?
and that's so smart. I like that. Because I
Yeah,
and I knew that was going to happen when I saw all of
they
that
just
before.
ghetto.
I knew it was going to happen. I just knew it
Mm-hmm.
because it's just in the mind, and I
Mm-hmm.
get that.
Hey, Diane.
Damn!
We were just talking about you the other day.
Hey, Queen, what's
Where you
up?
been, mamas?
The parade
I'm
will
not
be
going to the
Thursday.
parade. My son wanted to go to the parade. I said, no, you're not.
Oh, she said the damages were done by non-residents.
It
Oh,
was residents too. It was some residents too. It wasn't just not. It
yeah,
was
it was mixed
everybody.
in there. They were
It
mixed in
was
there.
and this is an everyday thing, y'all. Some of y'all think it's just one, two. It's every single day.
Mm,
Okay, they're having
mm,
parties, cookouts, in parking lots. Like it's getting ridiculous.
yeah,
It's really getting. I don't even call this fandomness. I just feel like it's just people want to just have a reason to act up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous what they have done, and best believe now that you got all these different videos and whatnot. You best believe that they're going to find the culprits that has caused so much damage. The bus that they burnt up, the police car that they destroyed, another car they destroyed. There was also a shootout going on. There's so
Mm-hmm.
many different things that people have posted videos. So you see the faces of
Mm-hmm.
those persons that's doing the damage. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that that New York NYPD will go ahead and take care of that situation.
Right. And I feel like they shouldn't even be having to be doing this type of protection. There's so
Yeah.
much things that go on a day-to-day basis. Like this, if I shout out to law enforcement, like y'all should not have to be going through this
No, it
and
should
dealing
not.
with over a team. I'm sorry. I just think it's a waste of
And
y'all's
it's not
time.
even about the team, to be honest with you. It's not even
No.
about the team. It's just
Yeah.
reckless fools that just want to go ahead and act crazy and not even think about the consequences. You
Right. And
know?
somebody made a post the other day when there was one of the nights where they won and everybody came into Manhattan or a lot, or like it was hundreds of thousands of people. And somebody said, we came together like this for real issues.
Mm-hmm.
You would get further ahead. And she took a
Yes.
picture of the whole crowd. It was hundreds of
Yes.
thousands of people. And I was like, you are so right. If we really
Yep.
can't, like on this level,
Yep.
came together like this, and I'm pretty sure there's been over by now $1 billion spent in just in the swag, the jerseys, the shoes,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Oh
Man, we
yeah,
were
they
making
made
some
millions, if
major
not
change.
billions, child.
Yep,
Not just in New York, but all over the country,
all over.
all over the country, even all over the world. Too, I mean,
Yeah,
on the other side of the water, because I saw the videos, people
yeah.
watching the game like it was
In
like
California, they haven't watched. I mean, and we just all came. Like, that's what I'm saying. We all just came together like that, man. This world would
a
definitely
lot would
change.
be so different
Mm-hmm.
in terms of healthcare, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of housing, and there's
Mm-hmm.
so much that a lot of people, the average American,
Education.
absolutely
Yeah.
education. If we could just get our way of thinking right,
Mm-hmm.
things would be so much different. It really,
Mm-hmm.
really would. Listen, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
let's get to our what's news. Our
Let's
what
get to it.
segment is where we actually take the time and give out the spotlight to the persons that are doing some wonderful, phenomenal things in
Mm-hmm.
their community and in their life as well. So we have this awesome, beautiful queen right here, and she has. Let me get it. Let me get it.
29 years old,
She is
$22,000
29.
per month.
Yeah, she is a artist, and this is her side hustle, y'all. This is her
Mm-hmm.
side hustle, and she
Mm-hmm.
says she only worked less than 2 hours a day on this.
Wow.
two
Wow.
hours a day, and she started this at the heart of the pandemic of April of 2020. And she said she was putting in 20 hours work weeks for 2 full-time marketing jobs.
Mm.
Hours, wow. And she earned a combined salary of 129,000 a year.
Mm.
Okay, but a part of her felt something was missing, and she always had a passion for making art, and she wanted to pursue it. So in April 2020, she quit one of her jobs
Mm-hmm.
to start a side hustle, and she
Mm.
wanted to
Mm.
see if she could really make it as an artist. She
Mm-hmm.
called her brand Domo Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Domoink, which is a play on her name and the material she used. So
Mm.
she created original artwork using crayons and markers
Mm.
and print her
Wow.
designs on everything from socks to laptop cases to sneakers.
Wow.
There were a lot of sleepless nights, but investing in her talent has paid off. She's gotten the chance to collaborate with big companies like Disney, Samsung, Lowe's, and the LA Lakers. So today she made $22,000 a month selling art online through her website, her Etsy account, her Etsy, sorry, and her at Society 6 shop
Mm. Mm.
and retail stores like Target and Home Goods. She said growing up, she was often the only black kid in her class and found it hard to find things that represented her background. And she said
Mm.
her father would go out of their way to find greeting cards that had images of black families on it. And they'll
Mm.
buy them from individual sellers because many retailers didn't carry them.
Right.
She says she never limited herself when it comes to experimenting with ideas.
Mm.
So, for example, she created a portrait of Martin Luther King Jr. with crayons. Her TikTok showing her process went viral and led to a collaboration with Bleacher Report to draw UNC basketball coach Hubert Davis in the same style. And this year, she hired by Bath and Body Works as an illustrator to create an image of what Juneteenth means. So you can scroll down and you see some of that art too, Therese. She said during the weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., she'll work from home as a marketing manager. And after she logs off from her day job, she switched gears and create artwork. And she spent about 10 hours
Wow. Very pretty.
including weekends on Domo Inc. For about an hour, she'll go on TikTok or Instagram trying to find trending videos and then put her own spin on those trends to advertise her shop. That's awesome. And she said that growing her commercial art business, when she first started out, every painting and product was made to order. And since then, she never worked on any project unless she had a commission and didn't have to worry about costly inventory. Her price ranged from $18 socks to a $5,000 painting called Reflection that sold just a few days after she put it on sale on her website. That's awesome. To keep costs down by not investing in ads, she currently focuses on doing organic reach through social media. In addition to her Etsy sales, she earned money by licensing her artwork non-exclusively on platforms like Society 6, which she set up for free. The drawback is that she only gets 10% commission on the products she sells. So her ultimate goal is to make Domo Inc. a lifestyle retailer that can be a source of representation for those who are under underrepresented. And the feedback that she's gotten from people who feel seen by her work has been incredibly gratifying, and it inspires her to grow her business even more. So you definitely can find her on Instagram and on TikTok. For those of you who have a TikTok account, you could go ahead and check her out and support her business as well. This is absolutely amazing. And again, she's only 29 years old.
Yep.
And wow, that says a lot. That says a lot. And for
Yeah.
her to be making this as a side hustle, and she sold her painting with a few days after for 5 grand. That's
Wow.
amazing.
That is awesome.
Amazing. And she only used crayons and markers.
That's it. That's it.
Crayons, markers.
Yep.
That's so cool. Congratulations to her.
It's all about the process, y'all. That's success.
Yeah.
It's all crayons and markers. That's her process. You know,
Yeah.
when somebody gets a result, right, all it is just a benchmark that they conquered. And we
Mm-hmm.
got to really ask ourselves what personal benchmarks that we want to conquer with ourselves, whether it be a business, whether it be your personal life. What do you want to do differently from what you've been doing?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, if what you're doing is not working, what's next? What's the next thing that you need to do? And just hone in on doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't over until you in the ground anyway. So
That's the
we
truth.
gotta stop looking at our
And here's the
age.
thing too. She wasn't even afraid about marking her price. What
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? For
Mm-hmm.
$5,000 or $10,000 for her art, she wasn't afraid with that. Because there's a
Yep.
lot of sisters out there that's like, oh, I don't know, that might be too much. And I don't think
Mm-hmm.
nobody's gonna be able to afford to buy. So she
Mm-hmm.
knew her worth and she put it
Yeah.
out there. And
Yeah.
somebody loved it and they bought it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that.
Isn't that
I love
cool?
that.
That is
Mm-hmm.
so cool. Thank you, Therese, for this. This was amazing. So amazing.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah. So listen, y'all, we're getting ready to leave for tonight, but we do definitely want you ladies to make sure uh, to get the QR code for our ebook. We are so excited about that, and and also we do have the link as well for you ladies to go ahead and click on that. To go ahead and get the ebook. You will be so excited, so happy that you did, because again, this book is so rich with so much information for you to get you started, ladies.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I want to bring up the ebook again
Yeah.
so you guys can go ahead and get that downloaded. Like we said earlier, it is a really, really amazing book, guys. Make sure you grab it. You get
Yeah.
a private invite. Everyone who grabs this ebook, you're going to get a private invitation to our meet and greet masterclass, which is coming up in October. You definitely want to join in. Nobody does that. Nobody does it to where you buy their book and then they invite you to an amazing masterclass. So we want to definitely, for all of you guys who grab the book, like I said earlier, Twonta and I put so much time, energy, effort, and intention behind this book. This is our life right here. This is a part of how we've dealt with and still dealing with
Hmm.
being in a storm and still
Yeah.
standing. And we
And still,
want you guys to stand through every single storm. We don't want y'all falling flat on your face. We don't want y'all saying stopping, going into, woe is me. Let's all stand together. Let's
mhm.
all stand together. So go ahead and grab that ebook. It's going to be absolutely amazing. All right. So thank y'all for joining us. This is our season 19 introduction show. This is episode 1. We're going to be back on again next week. It's going to be in the on Tuesday though, not Monday. We're going to be back here on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But y'all hurry up and grab a copy of our ebook though. Hurry up and grab
Yeah.
that copy. All
Yeah.
right.
And we still will continue to promote it as we come on each
Well,
week.
this whole
You
season.
know. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. As always, love on your sister. Bye,
Bye
guys.
bye.